Oh, you see that? If you can see that at the front. Check out the front passenger seat. Watch it move to accommodate the rear. So you see how it moved? Now watch, it'll move forward, and then that way the headrest doesn't get caught up on the back of the seat. That's pretty cool. We are here in UTC, San Diego, and the new Model Y right there dead center. So let's go inside and take a look at it. All right, so it is January 25th. They just released it a couple days ago. As far as North America orders go, I did not place my order, but man, this thing looks nice in person, and I love the color, this kind of deeper red. So let's go through all the new stuff that they have here. And they have the Cybertruck in the very back. We have a Model X here in the front. We have the all-new Model Y, and we have the Model 3 and the older Model Y, or 2024, 2025 version of the Model Y. But this is the all-new one. So let's take a little tour and see how much of a difference. The interior is all changed up, but let's start here. Because we're so busy today, let's start at the rear and kind of go through some of the stuff that has been updated. And as you can see, major difference with the rear. This is something I wanted to see in person because of this little lip right here. We have the lights underneath, still have the charging port here on the side. But this light bar is pretty cool. Look at that. We've got the Tesla logo, got the rear camera here. And the one thing that is different with this model is that we do have a split here. And they were talking about possibly why they might have added this split is because of the fact that people that get into rear ends, just like myself, you have to replace the entire hatch. Where here, it is a two-piece now. So I'm not sure if it's just because of people getting in accidents and having to replace it, but definitely it will make it a lot easier because a lot of people will get hit right here like I did, and then you have to actually replace this whole thing because it is one piece. But this is what the rear looks like. We have the Launch Edition badge right here. So if you do get the Launch Edition, there's a bunch of things that come with it, including full self-driving. You get some badges and a few other things. But this is the bottom valence here. And as you can see right now, we do have a spot for the license plate. So license plate will be down below here at the very bottom of the car. You do have the tow hitch. And I'm curious to see if there's anything underneath here for charging. You know, they are going to be having the Cybercab, the wireless charging, but I don't see anything here at the very bottom. So with the dual motor, let's open it up. All right, handle is right here in the very front, and here we go. Oh, I do like the fact that it is a little bit wider. It does feel a little bit wider than the previous model. So down below, we have the cover. So there's a little area for the cover. The cover that sits right on top here. So it does store down below. We still have the bottom trunk here, the sub trunk. We still have the two kind of side compartments right there. And we also have this compartment down here, kind of where I store a bunch of my miscellaneous tools. So everything in the trunk kind of feels the same. As far as the sides go, now it is more carpeted, where normally it was actually the plastic piece. Actually, this is different too. This is a fabric. On mine, it is just the plastic on the side. This is like a fabric here, and then you have that carpeted material right here on the side. We do have the updated seats, so these are going to be foldable, and you can actually put them up and down. Where on my car, you're only able to just release them, and then they would drop. Here, they actually go up and down. The light, we have the bar button right here, and it is, again, it is carpeted on top where mine is plastic. So it looks like they are going with the carpet a little bit more places, probably for sound. So that does make a little bit of sense. Even this on mine is plastic, so they added a lot more carpet to absorb. So let's close this up. Oh, that light bar looks sick. That is awesome. All right, so there's people in the car right now, but let's go around to the side, take a look at this. Most of the side of the Model Y looks the same, looks very similar as the previous model. As you can see here, we do have this little line indentation for the side view mirrors. And then let's jump over to the front, which is sweet. I really like the front of this car. It does have a little mix of kind of still the same classic look, so still rounded, but then it has this sharper kind of mix in the front. So it does look a lot more edgier, cyber truck-ish with the light bar. And we have, the bar is not a single light bar like the Cybertruck. We do have a split right here in the very front. We've got the vents on the side, very similar to the Model Y, the first one. And here at the very bottom, we do have almost like a little bottom lip. That's something we don't have on my car. And this is also something we don't have. We do have a camera right here on the very front. So that is cool. And I think there's a little washer on the inside of there. It's kind of hard to see. And I think there's a little hole there for, I think that it's supposed to squirt out to wash that front camera. But check out the front of this car. Oh man, this looks sick. One thing you'll notice too, no badging. So we have no Tesla badge like we have on the original. Let's come around to the front here. One thing I did notice too is the wiper blades actually sit a little bit lower underneath versus versus my model. As far as door handles go, we have about the same. And one thing I would want to check is see if there's double pane glass, and there is. So double pane glass for the rear. We only had that initially on the front on my Model Y, but we do now have that on the rear, of course, to give you a lot quieter of a ride. Got Continentals. These are I believe these are the 19s. Yeah, these are the 19s. So these are the caps on the 19s. They also have two different options. There's the black cap ones, and I believe there's a silver cap one, and it's also a 20-inch. But I'll take a look at that on the website again. I do think there's a couple options for you. Let's just go back to the look of this, to the very front. Oh man, this is nice. Just right here, very first thing you can see is all new kind of interior. Got the light all the way across, integrated speaker here, and I'm assuming this is an integrated speaker there. It looks like it is, as well as down here. So it does look like there's a whole new speaker system. Again, carpeting in this area, interesting, because this is where I put a lot of my drinks, and it's kind of interesting that we have carpet in there instead of plastic. So jumping in, what do you think? Right? Oh, we have a little different. So we have ventilated seats right here on the very front. We also have ventilated seats, I believe, on the rear, because you can see how they are the same material here on the front ones. Adjust this a little bit. Pop in, and all right. So we are in the Model Y, and as you can see, we do have a left stalk for the signal. That is something that we don't have here on the right anymore, because if you wanted to change the gears, you're gonna have to do it on screen right there. So they did change that on the Model 3. They went stockless on the Model 3, I believe on the Model X and the S, or sorry, Model S. But here they brought back a left turn signal for some reason. Then move the seat back. On the very front, the dash. We have the light that goes all the way across. We have this kind of Alcantara here on the very front, as well as, I'm signaling, as well as the kind of rubber-y feel here on the top. And then we still have that fabric. This is something I kind of did not like on mine because this gets dirty. So they still have that. As far as the top goes, everything here looks about the same. Coming into look at the new UI for the Model Y. Really, really cool. This is a little bit bigger of a screen too. I believe it's a 15.4-inch screen, where the previous model, it was a 15-inch screen. Down below, nice. Ooh, I like this trim we have for the launch series. I'm not sure if this is gonna be on the regular one, but we have the mobile phone chargers here, same location. Open these up. We have nice deep pockets. We also have the cup holders right here. And this, oh man, oh, this pocket is actually way deeper than mine. Okay, yeah, so this is like a super deep pocket down there. Definitely gonna need your trays, cup holders, as well as another one here. And I'm not sure if there's a power in there. Nope, no power in there. But there is a 12 volt down below here. And I'm not 100% sure where there's the power cables, where the USB-C ports go. On mine it's in here, but I don't see them in there. So we'll look for those. Oh, there's one. There's one right here, USB-C. And I think there's a couple more in the rear. So we'll take a look at the rear. But passenger side, everything looks about the same, right?
Yeah.
Looks about the same. And yep, door release. And this is what the steering wheel looks like. This is a new design here. Got a little hole here in the very bottom compared to mine. But I do like how everything just feels, the build just feels nice and solid. It looks really clean. Oh, look at that. Check that out. Launch series, little light. How about that? If you get the launch series, you get this little light that comes through the pad here. We'll move this up. And then we'll jump into the rear. All right. Okay, big one here, of course, even though we have it on like the Model S and the X, we now have the rear screen built into the car, which is nice. I have an aftermarket one on mine, but here it is all nice and built in. Let's see what we got here. So you have all of the same menus, all of the games you could play on the main screen. You can now do it here on the rear. Oh, the back pocket, it's no more elastic and kind of a sleeve. This is it's a hard plastic. Still have the lights all the way through. We also have the double pane, like I mentioned earlier. Speaker here on the rear. That's a nice little touch. And this feels nice. And again, I think we do have ventilated seats here on the rears. Toggle this and this lower them, so you can lower. There you go. That's lowering just by pressing it. And then if I want to bring it back up, press it again, and it brings it back up, which is really a nice touch. Oh, you see that? If you see that at the front, check out the front passenger seat. Watch it move to accommodate the rear. So you see how it moved? Now watch, it'll move forward, and then that way the headrest doesn't get caught up on the back of the seat. That's pretty cool. All right, so now we have the Frunk, and let's open this up. Now the one thing that we don't have on this Frunk is it's not a powered Frunk. Unfortunately, I really wish it was, because I just like the fact that you can just have it automatically go up or down and use your mobile phone, but it is not a powered Frunk on the new one. But everything else looks the same. This actually feels and looks a little bit bigger than my model. And I see here we do have a plug. So if you wanted to use this now as like a cooler, you wanted to put drinks or anything that's wet in here, before it was completely sealed, now you can stuff stuff in here and you can drain it if you need to. Got a tow hook still here on the very front of the car. We have the windshield washer fluid moving to the front. On mine, it's back over here. And like I said, we have looks like the blades are a little bit lower. They sit a little bit lower than on my car. Really nice. Let's see how this feels as far as closing it goes. I'm assuming it's the same where you're supposed to press on the side, but oh, that's even nicer. Locks. It locks and it feels pretty smooth when it locks. There it is, the Tesla Model Y. Of course, can't wait to see it and test drive it. They don't have any for test drives here at the moment. It is just for display, but they said they will hopefully get more so that we are able to test drive it. But here it is, quick little first look, the new Tesla Model Y.